Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dragon Ball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragon Ball Speak, episode 89.
He's back.
Whoa! I didn't notice you changed your shirt. That's so awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show all of a sudden got 10 times better. And that's because in episode 283, our boy Oolong returns to Earth from the dead. It's a great day.
And some say he was the deciding factor in the spirit bomb becoming strong enough.
Yes, I mean, that's pretty much confirmed. I mean, you kind of have to read between the lines a little bit, but they said that they needed the maximum power for the spirit bomb to work. If you take away Oolong, you're no longer at maximum power. Therefore, we can conclude that Oolong was truly the one that actually saved the day.
That actually is true. That is confirmed by Akira Toriyama-san himself. He said in an interview that Oolong, well, as we all know, he's secretly hiding some power.
Yes. Yeah.
As is hinted throughout the series.
Yes.
And
since Dragon Ball.
Which is why they made Majin Buu pink in the first place, to reflect it's a motif. I mean. And
because Majin Buu smells like pork. Mm-hmm. You know, Oolong's main form is a pig. It all connects. This is why it's important to watch Dragon Ball Speak, because, you know, a lot of people aren't picking up on these things, but we are, and that's what we're here to do.
Well, it goes over their heads, because much like the people of Earth, most viewers
what does Frieza calls them? Plebeians?
Yeah, plebeians, idiots. I mean, fools. They kind of say it all.
I don't know how they enjoyed this show back in the day without Dragon Ball Speak every week. To be honest,
they didn't.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Thank you to Shuffle T, Brian Kazmala, and Raipato1992 for supporting us on Patreon. And we have a lot to talk about. It is episode 283. We watched 4 episodes this time, just like we said we would, because I wanted to get to the conclusion of the arc, and I wanted to know what you thought.
It concludes quick.
Mm-hmm.
The narrator was like, they did it, and then credits.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, holy crap! I hope Boo actually dies this episode, because it felt like we were running out of time in the episode.
It seemed like we were going to have one more.
Yeah, and then we didn't. So what did you so all your theories, everything, this is how it ends. What is your what'd you think?
I'm annoyed I didn't consider the spirit bomb, because I've watched the GIF. I've seen the famed GIF and pop. That's one of the big like Dragon Ball Z things that's broken into
all over
like
Twitter,
pop culture.
Yeah.
And I know that GIF well.
The purple Trunks, skies behind it.
It's Goten. Like, clearly it's characters that are at this point in Dragon Ball Z. And I should have been like, we haven't seen that yet in the show.
Yeah.
And I didn't. So the spirit bomb came as a complete surprise. They hadn't said the word spirit bomb since...
I don't think since Namek.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
No, not since Namek. And it's cool because... we also got to see the thumbs up between them two, which is also a very, very common GIF on Twitter.
Yeah, that was sick. I liked the pose Goku did too, shortly before that.
Yeah. I swear, damn it, man, I always forget him. I have a figure of him doing that. And there's a little Supreme Kai world down here, and he's like blasting. What? Yeah, it's sweet.
That's so cool.
My wife got it for me.
Oh, shout out to the wife.
And shout out to wives everywhere. We love them.
Dang it, what's that Hamilton song? The wives song in Hamilton.
I don't know.
Act like I nailed that. The last song in the
Last
in the
of
show.
Wives. What is it? Best of Wives, Best of Women.
Yeah.
Eliza. So, I don't know. So, do you think it was satisfying?
Yeah, it was pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
I liked it. Obviously my overall feelings on the Boo Saga are heavily conflicted, but this was a good finale. They did a good job making it feel like the final arc, with cameos and the way that, the themes of it, the fact that like Earth is the humans are the ones that save the day,
and the goddamn champ. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I said he is the champ. And what else did he do except save the entire goddamn planet in his own way?
He saved the planet only because Goku didn't have the strength to do what needed to be done.
Which is?
Kill Vegeta as casualty with the Spirit Bomb blast.
No. That, but also the Spirit Bomb wouldn't have even been big enough if it wasn't for him.
That's true. Which... I could destroy and dismantle Mr. Satan using logic because it doesn't make sense that he, like, what is the Earth? How big is the Earth? It must be this one city that we see all the time.
No, he's world famous.
This would be like
he's world famous.
This would be like if John Cena during a WWE match was like, "You all must do this to save the world." And do you know how many people would do it? Probably a couple million. The ones watching, the ones who are fans of WWE.
This would be like, I'm trying to think of like the most beloved celebrity in history.
In history?
What do you even think? Elvis? I bet if Elvis said it, it would have happened.
No, there's like a whole lot of the world that wouldn't even know it.
Everyone knew Elvis. Michael Jackson? You gonna disrespect my Jack?
When are we asking? When is Michael
Prime?
Jack? Okay, so that could work. Yeah. Fast forward, 20,
Man in the Mirror
years,
era.
and I don't know if anybody's listening to him, but
No. Well, today, no, not Michael Jackson. Today,
honestly,
The Rock.
The Rock is
probably.
the Mr. Satan of today.
Hey guys, Rock here. It's one of my famous cheat days.
But here's the thing. Even The Rock couldn't make Black Adam a successful movie.
That's true.
So I'm supposed to believe that Mr. Satan was able to change the course of mankind using words.
I now know the modern day equivalent, the real world equivalent. And there's no argument and there's no exception. Jack Black.
Okay, Jack Black actually could do it.
I know, Jables himself.
He could do it. That's how
he could sing it.
I don't want to spoil anything. I've got my sources, but the Super Mario Bros. Movie does end with Jack Black's Bowser asking all of us to raise our hands up and save the world.
For a Spirit Bomb.
For a Spirit Bomb.
It's a subtle reference.
To destroy Mario once and for all.
Yeah.
Spoilers, Mario dies.
Mario, dead 2023. I guess we could start. I don't want to do like an arc review because I think we said we were going to do that after the series. Yeah. But I do want to ask, I mean, it's one of those episodes where we're just kind of all over the place and that's fun. But I do want to ask, we have, 5 episodes left, I think? 291, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 5 episodes left. I think one of them is filler. Maybe not. I actually don't remember. I don't think so, actually.
One last filler for the road.
But either way, most of it's not, at the very least. So, like, what do you think that is?
I think it's just going to be pretty low-key, casual stuff. I don't think it's going to set up anything coming in the future because I find it hard to believe that Dragon Ball Z set up the future and then you all had to wait, I don't know, like 10 years or something? Like, that would be very, very cruel.
20 years.
20 years. That would be extremely cruel. So I believe that Dragon Ball Z ends in a place where you're like, they could do something more if they wanted one day, but if this was the end, it works out. I think it will be kind of similar to Dragon Ball, just setting the table. Not the last few episodes of Dragon Ball, but the jump forward in Dragon Ball where Goku's like a teenager. I think it'll be something like that where we kind of jump ahead in time and we see how everybody's settled into place.
How would that work with Super then, do you think?
I assume Super's like 5 years after, begins 5 years after Z or something. I don't know.
Oh, you're saying like not like a huge time jump, but just
no,
like a
just
little
like,
something.
Yeah, like in Dragon Ball, Goku went from probably, well, I guess he was like 4 and he went to teenager, so that's a bigger jump. But I don't know, nothing.
He was like 15.
Yeah, I think Goten and Trunks will still be school age. They just might be in high school or junior high instead of, I don't even know how old they are, 5 or something, 6.
8? Yeah, some 7 and 8, 7 and 8.
But yeah, I think you just jump ahead a little bit, and then we see everybody kind of settling down, and then maybe there's a post-credit scene where we see, something coming crashing into Earth.
Whoa. They haven't done that yet.
True. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not expecting much from the last few episodes. I think it'll just be kind of like a celebration of Dragon Ball Z, honestly.
Interesting. Well, starting with 284, actually 283, Earth Reborn. Gosh, these all four, I'm not going to lie, kind of melt together. But Boo is fighting Boo, which is pretty much just setting... We don't get to see a whole lot of that, but it's pretty much just setting the table for Goku and Vegeta to formulate a plan. They both say that they've misjudged kind of like the situation. So Vegeta says, well, if we can't outpower him, because they can't, then we have to outsmart him. So he's just trying to think of a plan. He's the tactician of the two. So then he's like, hey, Supreme Kai and company, go to New Namek and get the Dragon Balls. And so they do, and Dende gets to, be on his old planet again, more or less, and then he's like nostalgic. And then they're, what's his name? Paro? Piro? Pati?
Yeah, it's Papa.
I said Pati. Papa is like, of course we'll give you the Dragon Balls, after he messed with them a little bit, and it's kind of like, clock is ticking, old man, geezer. Then Goku's like, okay, like, I trust you, but what's your plan? And then Vegeta's like, how many times have you saved the world? And Goku's like, honestly, I don't really even know at this point. And then he says like half a dozen, and he's like, which I think it's probably been more than that. Well, he says that at least.
Yeah.
And Vegeta says, it's time to let the world fend for itself for a change.
This got me. I was like, oh, Vegeta's, he's given up on,
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Screw it. Like, we're off Earth. We're safe. Like, we don't got to do this no more. But that was just a little tease of what's to come. I do think it was funny in that moment, because I was like, I don't even know what he's talking about. There's no one on Earth. Unless he's just talking about Mother Nature itself defeating Boo. But
well, there was no Earth period at the time.
Even more so. So that caught me doubly off guard. But yeah, we later learn what Vegeta's being a little sly little devil.
He's slick.
Yeah.
He's a slick one, they say. Slick like melted butter, as we say here in the southeast.
Yeah, we do say that.
Let's see. So they restore Earth. This is like one of those things. It's like Dragon Ball's Ex Machina, as usual, which, whatever at this point. It's kind of... But everyone comes back to life. So yeah, he specifically... Did you write down the wishes specifically? 1 and 2? Restore Earth.
And bring back everyone alive the morning of the World Martial Arts,
except for the evil ones.
Well, that was a Dende change, which I thought was going to have bigger implications, but it didn't.
A Dendeism,
yeah. Yeah, which Vegeta does because, as we know, in the martial arts, he gets a little destructive, kills a lot of people. Babidi kills some people. So by doing this, he is rewriting history. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's remorseful for and a bit embarrassed of his actions as Majin Vegeta, because he was desperately trying to force himself back into his old ways, and then, of course, shortly after realized that it was immature of him. Just a silly little killing a few hundred people. We've all done it.
Yeah.
We slip. We're not perfect, and neither are Saiyans. So... we got Purunga, and then they're like, oh no, he can only bring back one person at a time, because that rule existed back in the Namek saga. And then they were like, nah.
Got my ass.
Yep.
Papa was like, nah, after the Frieza stuff, we changed that rule. We made Purunga a little bit stronger.
Yeah, they just, it's just, a little...
Just turn up the little knob.
That is, if you look at Wikipedia, that is technically considered a plot convenience.
Yeah, that checks out. It was a little convenient, but that's what Papas are for, really.
So his powers increased. He's supposed to be summoned in Namekian, and they just didn't do that this time. But that was like a plot point back in the Namek saga, because Frieza couldn't summon Purunga.
Yeah, well,
but it's just a
little plot convenience.
He wanted and so they're like, "What do you want for the third wish?" And he's like, size 9 boots. And confirmed, I wear 10.5. What do you wear?
11.
Damn. Well, Wesley here is Jolly Green Giant tall, and here I am, old average bear.
What does that make Vegeta?
Short king.
Subprimal.
Oh, shit. Oh, poor guy. No, he's a short king.
Yeah.
Old Kai got revived. So he gave up the rest of his life force, which who even knows, because those Supreme Kais live for hundreds of years. Yeah. He gave it to Goku, and then they said bring back everyone to life since the morning, whatever. And then he comes back to life, and I'm just like, so he could just continue to just give away his life force and be wished back to life, and then everyone gets to live hundreds of years.
You're thinking way too much. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, it's gone. It's gone. That's it. Oh, and then at the very end, Vegeta's like, "You're gonna do a spirit bomb," and Goku's like, "Oh, what?" And then,
boom. And also Vegeta gets to stay. He's no longer dead, which means he's a good guy.
Yes, correct. Yep, he was judged. He was judged, and he was judged not too harshly.
And now the heaven guy is out of a job because no one's in heaven.
The heaven guy?
Yeah, right? Everybody, well, no earthlings are in heaven.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I just realized I'm big silly.
No, just do it. Just commit.
No, I was saying, like, if all the good people get to come back to life. Oh, it's
from that day.
But it's that day. Yeah.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
This is pretty complex. Oh, hey, guys, I'm Rob Deerdeck. This is complex plot. I don't blame you. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to follow.
I need a Dragon Ball speak in my life.
And no one was there for us. Mm-hmm. Where were you?
Where were you?
It's not even the most creative name. Speak kind of sounds like Z. A little bit.
Yep.
Couldn't think of anything else.
But it worked.
And here we are.
Now look at us. The number one Dragon Ball Z podcast named Dragon Ball Speak on the internet.
That's actually true. And it will probably remain true.
Yeah. There's one out there from a long time ago that's no longer active, and their name was All Systems Goku.
That's good.
So dang good.
There's
think
also
that's like a Giant Bomb show. Actually,
there's a Dragon Ballers.
Pretty good.
There's Dragon Ball Super Dope. That's hard.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I was confused because Super, but not a show I'm familiar with.
Well, Super Dope is.
I don't know if Super is dope.
That's just like what you say when something's cool these days.
Yeah, but what if the show is not cool? I don't know that. You just spoiled Dragon Ball Super for me.
Wait 1 sec. I gotta look one up. Damn. I'm forgetting the name. There's one more that I'm forgetting the name of. Thank you. Eric hates DBZ. I couldn't remember the first name. It's not a pun, but it is a cool show.
Do they hate it? Does he hate it?
No.
Well, that's good.
They're critical, just like us. But hey, we're
just two dudes speaking.
We're just a couple of Dragon Balls hanging, speaking.
Hey, I'm the left, he's the right.
I give it a 5 out of 7.
I also gave it a 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7.
5 of a 7. What made you 5 it?
Because it was good, but it wasn't like, well, it was great, but it wasn't like super standout. We're just kind of setting the table.
Super standout. He's dropping hints already.
Yes.
We are doing that next.
Confirmed.
Actually, so this is the what did we say? The official timeline. This episode, we're gonna watch the last 5 on the next episode. So it's gonna end at Dragon Ball Speak episode 90, and then we're gonna do Dragon Ball Speak episode 91 or something of that nature, and it's gonna be us basically talking about the whole damn series, reviewing the series, favorite arcs, characters, what could have been different, matchups, who we wish would have stayed relevant, who gladly stayed irrelevant.
That might be like 2 episodes.
Nah, it'll be a quickie.
I think it'll be a longie.
I think it'll be a fasty.
I think it'll be a slowie.
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Is that Toby?
It's South Park episode 100. Anyway. People of Earth Unite, 285. Call to action. Call to action.
God,
I don't have a whole lot of notes for this one. Lord. Well, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. Take it away then, if you're going to be like that.
If Deborah is in heaven, why isn't he back on Earth?
Because he said that love is new to his heart. Maybe next time. Also, that's filler.
Okay, well, I want him back. He seems like a real good guy now.
I could have swore he actually did come back to life, but I guess not. Because he wasn't evil. He was under mind control. He just happens to be the king of the demons. But that doesn't make him evil.
No, demons are sick.
Right. Can you imagine? You're 9.
Yeah.
In majority of southern U.S. households, you're 9 years old. And it's Saturday morning, you're hype. Spirit bomb is happening. And... your parents walk in the room, and every character on screen has his hands up like they're bowing or something. Yeah. And all you hear is, Satan, Satan,
I wrote this
Satan.
down. Yeah. I wrote down, where is it? Somewhere in here.
I just know that there was...
the entire world chanting Satan. Yeah, parents seeing it, it's funny to watch as a kid. Just imagine being on that earth, like, in that moment.
Which is why, in Kai, they call him Hercule.
Hercule. That's lame. Lame. Satan is cooler.
Cancel culture these days.
Canceled Satan.
I mean, his name is Hercule Satan. Like, it's still his name.
Yeah, but you don't say John. You say Cena.
What is the thing?
Oh, no. What the hell is that? There you go.
No. Whenever he does this, it's like...
It just plays his song.
It starts with like a woo woo woo. It does. The Fortnite emote does.
John Cena has a rap album.
Does he?
Yeah, I think a lot of WWE superstars from that era do.
The Rock did one.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't. Wait, did he?
He did the Power Drive song.
It's about drive. It's about
power. 284's call to action. King Kai's talking to everybody, and he's like, "I can get you to talk to everybody on our. Can you do one for me, King Kai?"
Yeah. What do I need to say?
Just be like,
I can talk to everyone on the fire, doggy. What do you mean? Oh, it came in there at the end. There for a second.
A little bit at the end. It caught up.
I could work on that.
I'm glad you didn't stop it early, because then it would have just been bad.
No. Well, it was, subjective.
People are still at the tournament, which I thought was funny. But I guess they were dead and got brought back or whatever. And the tournament stands are repaired.
Very important. Also important, I like that there's people who just like are going on with their life. Like there's guys in business suits, presumably going to work. I tell you what, if I was Thanos snapped, by the way, nice going MCU. We see right through you. You're just stealing from Dragon Ball Z.
Correct.
Even though you had that comic out in the 80s. Doesn't matter. If I got Thanos snapped or killed and then brought back to life in a snappish way, I wouldn't be going to work. You know what I'd be doing?
Jerking off.
True. I mean, how long were they gone?
Less than 24 hours.
So yeah.
Absolutely. First thing I'm doing. Yeah, so he sets up for the spirit bomb. It's been so long since we've seen one, but they kind of glossed over the fact that like whatever planet you're on, every living thing automatically kind of like contributes its energy, not like people, but like from the grass and the trees and everything. But whatever. It's okay.
It's the circle of life.
It moves the soul. Something's not right because Goku's family gave the energy and he's like, wow, that's a lot. That's a good start. But then he's like, wait a second, it's not getting any bigger. And Vegeta's like, what's up? So then Vegeta
threatens the earth.
Well, I guess in the first place, he's the one who said, everybody like raise your hands, blah, 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 blah. And then, nobody listened except for the family. And everybody's just kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why is he talking to us like that?
It's interesting because if I heard like a booming godlike voice and all they'd said was like, can you raise your hands up for me? I would just do it.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it.
Principle.
I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, okay, who are you?
I mean, I imagine that's the sound of Vegeta coming to them is unlike anything they've ever heard.
I guess there is context there.
It could be like so dangerous, but this person's just like, can you raise your hands? I would be like, you know what? I don't know how you're doing what you're doing, but if you can do that, I can't imagine what else you can do. I'm going to raise my hands for you.
But you could call this a bit prescient because as we saw recently here, for some people, something simple like raising your hands or perhaps wearing a mask or perhaps getting a vaccine.
Thinking about the lives of others can be tough for some.
You just don't do it. You don't want to. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do any of those things.
They're those people would find a way to be like,
It's accurate.
I'm not raising my
It's
hands.
accurate. Most people, I don't think, would. And so Dragon Ball Z did predict COVID a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And they also predicted President Donald John Trump.
Did they?
45. Yeah, in a way. With this episode, if you really look closely.
And Joe Biden.
And Biden, they predicted Bidenflation. And so I'm just going to say, people say Dragon Ball Z is not political. And they say like cancel culture. Well, they should look a little closer.
The only word you're missing from their talking points is woke. You didn't slip.
Oh my God.
Stick woke in there.
It is woke.
Raising your hands, honestly, I mean, that's a little woke.
Yeah, it's a wokeism. And they are trying to manipulate your kids
To raise their hands.
to chant Satan.
And
they would actually make that argument.
No, they would.
And I kind of can't.
No, it's sick to yell Satan as a chant together in the world. It'd be really scary, but it'd be cool. If Fox News, I don't know what Fox News was like when we were kids, but if it existed back then as it does now, you can bet your ass that this episode gets 24 hours news cycle.
Make it
from
48.
From all their talking points. This would be indoctrinating your kids to say Satan, blah, 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 and...
Brainwashing.
Yeah, little do they know that Goku was just trying to save the fucking world.
It is a little hard to defend in some ways, but it is cool, and that's all that actually matters.
You wouldn't chant Satan?
I would.
Okay.
I would.
So what's there to defend?
Well, I can just see how it might be troubling to some, but like,
I suppose if you do, if Satan is a scary figure for you, then
whoa,
it would not be great to chant Satan. But if Satan is real to you, do you really think Satan's paying attention to you?
He's paying attention to the real Satan, aka the champ, Hercule Satan.
It's John Cena from the rafters. Oh, he's got a chair. What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
What are we, some kind of John Cena?
That was a last week we gave you good context commentary on Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball Speak is back this week
With C Nation.
Yeah, because we just spoke about 10 minutes of I don't even know.
And so Vegeta goes to try again, and Frieza and them are just like, we hope Goku dies. With the freaking Grandma Frieza voice, and then I gave it a 5 out of 7. No.
Well, I think it is, but
You know what they say? Canon is subjective.
4 out of 7, average.
Bum, bum. Why is it average? Little bored?
Yeah, it was just kind of, they are talking a long time about one little thing that's happening, and I'm just kind of like, okay, let's get it going.
Keep on rocking and rolling. Episode 285, The People of the Earth Unite. Vegeta, they're like, Supreme Kai and them are like, well, if he would ask nicely, but they're like, he'll never do that because he's him. But then we cut to Vegeta, and what is he doing? He's a changed man, and he's like, please, people of Earth, I'm begging you, you're gonna die, etc., etc. And it's still not really working. The court of public opinion is not ruling in his favor, so to speak. That's from Better Call Saul.
I wouldn't say he's doing it nicely though.
It's nice for him.
For a second, and then he goes into yelling.
Yeah.
That's when I would actually shit my pants if I was on Earth.
Yeah.
Also, at this point, if this person is saying, raise your hands or you're going to die, you raise your hands.
I probably would at that point.
Yeah.
I probably would at that point. Boo and Boo are still fighting, and then Satan jumps in because Fat Boo is losing, and so he throws a rock at Kid Boo. Well, what does that do? That alerts Kid Boo to the situation at hand. Not good. And so he looks up and he sees the spirit bomb and gets angry. So then Vegeta is like having to jump in and defend Goku, basically. And they're like, what is going on? And that's when Goku is like, please, people of Earth, we need you to raise your hands or else we're all going to die. Like, don't you care about your planet kind of thing. And, I loved when Vegeta was doing it and he was like, this is your first small step towards becoming a warrior race. I thought it was funny because he is the prince of a warrior race after all. And that's when we get a few of our cameos. We get Upa and Bora.
Yes.
We
I haven't
get-
seen them in, God, so long.
Since Goku first climbed Korin Tower, I think.
And Dragon Ball.
Or around that time, yeah. Way back in Dragon Ball. Lots of were you expecting Android 17?
No, I wasn't. Because dead.
Yeah. Except
So-
they wished how does this work? Give me a second.
Everyone who was alive the morning of.
No. This is before. So I think people pointed out back then that like whatever wish they made after the Cell saga would have brought back Android 17. And I think it was bring back everyone Cell killed. That includes Android 17. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something along those lines.
So you're telling me that 16's alive.
He was not really a person. Unfortunately, he's never mentioned again.
That is really messed up that you said that.
But maybe
Android 16 is a person. He learned to love and feel.
Yeah, they just don't really ever
I'm
care.
done with this
No one
show.
really cares.
Dragon Ball Super Speak is canceled.
We get to see, so Android 17, he points his gun at people, and then, so he
Raise their
seems to be
hands.
some form of park ranger or something along
Yeah.
those lines.
He looks sick.
And hard as drip.
Yeah.
And he gets them to raise their hands, and he's like, "You beat me to it." And then he raises his hand. And I'm like, "God damn it, this character's
He
so
just
cool."
does one hand too.
Yeah, like a boss, like a certified bossa nova.
Tien and Chaozu, what's
Yeah.
up? They're freshly back to life.
Yep.
Frank Aitkenstein. See what I did there?
Whoa.
Because he kind of looks like Frankenstein.
I bet you don't remember the girl's name.
Hell no.
It's not very clever.
9?
Snow.
Oh.
Eight-
and, oh,
Ader's cool because he's the first Android we ever saw, Android 8, and then
back with the
presumably,
Red Ribbon
and that
Army.
was Red Ribbon, and that's the same guys who did Android 17 and 18, 19, and 20, and Cell.
Yeah. It's been a minute since we've reminded you, but if you have not watched Dragon Ball, that makes you, I believe our words were, a douchebag.
It does, unfortunately, like not your personality, but you as a complete person in every, from every perspective, it does make you a douchebag.
Yes. You're missing so much. This
Or
episode,
read Dragon Ball.
yeah, you probably watched this and you were like, well, who the heck are all these people?
I don't get it. There's something not adding up.
And Launch, which is awesome. I don't know if
Yeah.
we talked about it on air last week, but last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever the last time, one of the last few episodes, I was asking about Launch. 'Cause it's
I
been a
don't
minute.
remember. But yeah, he forgot launch, and here she is.
She's back.
Turns out she was just doing her own thing.
Don't make her sneeze.
Don't, dude. You would regret it, seriously.
And was Launch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
She's not in Z at all.
So guess what? I just made a reference to Dragon Ball. If you haven't watched it, you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Who's that?
What does he mean? Don't sneeze. What's wrong? She could sneeze if she wants to. You don't get it, is the thing. You just don't get it. And you know what? In a few years, you can come back to this channel, and there's probably a good chance we'll have Dragon Ball speak, I guess, of Dragon Ball. After Super, and hopefully there's a new series by then, and all the movies.
And definitely after GT.
And GT, and then
Then we'll do OG Dragon Ball, and we'll do Kai.
Kai. And then we will do Abridged.
Maybe. I'm not the biggest abridged fan. Everyone, I'm going to get crucified for it, but it is funny.
Oh, crucified. Satan.
Oh, crucified. Despicable Me.
Girls.
Anyway, so we see Snow, we see Launch. Vegeta, once again, punching bag style. Badly.
Yeah, he getting that ass beat.
Dude, once more. And he's less durable now, according to Goku, because his body is his actual... Well, he's alive
Yeah.
and not dead.
But he has the fear of death in him, which I think makes him stronger. Because what makes us human, or Saiyans, if not the fear of death?
That is correct. Sun Tzu, Art of War.
Yes.
And they were racist to Piccolo. Well, let's just be honest with it.
Oh yeah, they. I didn't even. I was wondering too because I thought there was gonna be more of that, but no, they just saw him and were like, "Get away from my children!"
So yeah, Piccolo and Gohan and them decided to try to get everyone to raise their hands, and it was a stupid plan that didn't work. Gohan's like, "Hey guys, would you please raise your hands?" And then Goten and Trunks
They went to
ate corn.
They went to 5 farmers, which it doesn't speak anything to the farmers, but like you're going to 5 people. You got to go to the metropolises if you're going to make an impact.
Metropoli, I believe, is plural.
That's going to be a Pokemon one day. It's going to be like a turtle with a bunch of buildings on his back, and they're going to call it Metropoli.
And then races to Piccolo. Satan gets pissed. He's like, "What's going on?" And then he gets so pissed, and he starts yelling. And then
everyone on Earth
starts getting inspired.
Oh, is that Mr. Satan? I haven't heard that voice in so long. Everybody on Earth, oh, we love you so much, Mr. Satan. Oh.
It sounded like Zarbon. So everyone did on Earth simultaneously, well, and that was part of the energy that was contributed.
Yes.
Did you catch the 2 more Dragon Ball references? I'll be surprised. Dragon Ball cameos after Satan gets mad, and starts yelling?
No, I didn't.
Nam.
I didn't write them down.
We got Nam. He wanted water for his village.
Yes.
And we get Giran with 2 other dinosaur things. And that was like, I think Goku's first big fight in his first tournament? Or Krillin's? No, yeah, it was Goku's.
Yeah.
It was Goku's. He was drinking milk.
Those
a little more obscure.
I guess I gotta go watch Dragon Ball again. I have become what I hate. That douchebag.
Nam, and then they gave him the capsules with all the water.
Yeah. That's like in the first 30 episodes of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. First 20. Some might say.
23.
Actually, you're probably right. And they're all chanting Satan at this point. Piccolo, everyone's into it. Everyone's raising their hands. Everyone's chanting Satan. They're all raising their hands for the champ. The champ is saving the world. It was a good idea to save his life. Otherwise, they would have been lost and the universe would have been destroyed. And Piccolo starts laughing, standing on the Ferris wheel, because he's like, he really is a champ. And if Piccolo says it, that's how you know it's true.
He did. He actually said that too.
Oh, we also saw the king of the world, the blue dog.
Oh yes, and we also saw the very famous GIF that I mentioned earlier. This is
everyone raising their hands and all the energy.
Specifically, if you look up like good vibes or good energy GIF or spirit bomb GIF or something, you're gonna see the Trunks standing on the little wagon with Goten on the ground, and them and the farmers' hands up with their juices flying up.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like, Goku feels something, and like the light changes and rushes over him, and he realizes that it is ready. Maximum power.
It gets big.
I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 5.
I liked it.
I don't know why I gave it a 5, but I think I don't know. I guess in the moment I was just like, I think it's just more of the like, I know what's happening. I'm ready for this spirit bomb to come on down.
Yeah, I hear that. I just like I like seeing all the Dragon Ball characters, and I like the world champ being the world champ.
That's actually why it's not.
It knocked it down a couple points for you.
And
shoot.
I just don't really like this revisionist history that Toriyama's doing, because we know in our hearts, Brandon and I, we both agreed that Hercule Satan is not the champ. And Toriyama with the blue, this is something I don't even know if you know this. You can look it up. The Blu-rays rewrote Satan's arc to make him the champ. Originally, it was Oolong. And then when they brought it to the West, they changed it to Satan.
Satan shot first. Do you get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the note.
Oh my God, Gabe. Yeah.
For some reason, all I could get to come to my head was the one a peanut from Princess Bride. And I was like, I know that's not what Greedo says.
Anybody want a peanut? That's Andre the Giant. He could have done it.
Yeah, he was the champ of the world. He was the Satan back then.
Have you ever seen the picture of him holding a beer can?
Yeah, and it's like doesn't make any sense.
It's like his hand is like that large.
Yeah.
What is this? You can't really like do a bigger hand. Anyway, 286. It's called Spirit Bomb Triumphant.
That very cool title name.
Little bit of a spoilery, but here we are. That's what they called it.
It's time to release the Spirit Bomb. But wait. Vegeta is too close to Kid Buu. If Goku releases the Spirit Bomb, it will kill Vegeta. Vegeta, the Giga Chad that he is, says, "Do it. I want you to do it.
Yes.
Do it, Goku. Do it." And Goku's like, I cannot do it. I really can't. And he's apologizing and he can't do it. Goku's got too much of a heart of gold. And Vegeta's like, "You sick son of a gun. You're taking this moment from me. Let me die." He doesn't actually say any of that. But Kid Buu realizes that. And he goes and puts his Captain Morgan style, or Captain Red from Pirates of the Caribbean, steps on Vegeta's back and is like, "All right, Goku, if you're going to do this, then you're taking him out too."
Mm-hmm.
And Goku's struggling. He's just holding it, and Buu is taking this moment to just fire off some blasts. Giga Chad, Goku,
Yes.
doesn't break a sweat. He tanks those blasts while holding arguably the largest, most powerful attack we've seen.
Unable to defend himself at all.
He just takes it. He's got abs of steel. And then who comes and saves the day?
Fat Boo.
The gentle giant himself.
Green Giant. That's two Green Giant references.
The broccoli guy.
Why? What is happening?
And we talked about Andre the Giant, so it's really three giant
It's three
references.
and Jack and the Giant Beanstalk.
Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. Or that one movie with Jack Black. See, Jack Beanstalk, Jack Black. Where he goes to the island, he's really big.
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Not to be confused with Matt Damon's Downsizing.
I've not seen that. I forgot that was a thing.
I read that it was really bad.
It sounded bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, he saves the day. He knocks Boo out of the way. And Boo is like, "Mr. Satan! Mr. Satan!" And Mr. Satan's like, "Whoa, okay." And then he goes and grabs Vegeta, carries him out. It's kind of like in Fortnite when you and I have to pick up Nick out of the storm.
Correct.
And carry him to safety because he wanted to go get a golden SMG even
First
though there was
down
only
Nick.
one squad left.
If anyone ever wants to play Fortnite with us, we play every night.
Yeah.
As the Dragon Ball characters.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We do trios often. So if you're like a solo player and you want to make this a trio, a quad, jump on in. But you do have to have the Dragon Ball skins.
Yeah, I agreed. Or else you're not playing. So I don't know why I wrote Piccolo. He did something. But basically, Goku launches the bomb, the Spirit Bomb, and it's sweet and it's huge. And it's like he's like yelling, and Boo's like, "Oh crap!" And then Boo stops it. And they're like, "Oh no." Well, it turns out Goku doesn't have enough energy to channel the Spirit Bomb hard enough to kill Boo, to follow through with everything. Meanwhile, we cut to Earth. Everyone's kind of having their reunions. Videl sees Gohan and Goten and Chi-Chi, and everyone's happy to see each other because they're not dead anymore. And Krillin gets to see his wife and child, and everyone's happy.
Krillin is stoked.
Well, he's batting a little bit out of his league here.
No, I mean, I don't blame him at all. I'm just saying, like, I know what happened in the Krillin household.
A little bit of blood.
Little bit of blood.
In that moment, rushed to the tip of his penis.
Okay.
I just had a hard time getting it out. Anyway,
nice little harmony.
yeah. Hi. He's not strong enough to do it. I wrote humans would die. Oh, yeah. So basically, they tell Satan to ask them to raise their hands again, but then King Kai's like, "No, don't do it."
No.
It was a little better than yours.
Put in the comments who you think was better.
Because who's
Who's guys thinks you are?
Have you ever watched Letterkenny?
No, but I've heard good things.
There's a guy that talks like that. Anyway, I don't like it very much. I watched it at work one time. The humans would die if they were to give more energy. They've given everything they can give. They've been excreted of all of their juices and their powers. And then only then, and Vegeta's like threatening Satan, and Satan's like, I can't do it. It's gonna kill him. I can't just tell him to do something. It's gonna kill him, and it'll betray them. And Vegeta's getting pissed, and then he's like, oh my God, did you forget that they had a third wish?
I did not forget. I was waiting for it.
Oh, were you?
And I put knew it in parentheses because I was like, I didn't know that was like specifically going to happen, but I knew in the back of my head he had a wish, and I was like, how is it going to come into play here?
Yeah, well, this is how it comes into play. They ask to restore all of Goku's energy, and they tell him, and he's like, oh, crap, all right. And then he turns Super Saiyan 2. An interesting choice.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I wonder, they knew it was going to be like an iconic scene, so I think they wanted him to look more like normal Goku than Super Saiyan 3.
I think Super Saiyan 1 would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just like to wrap it all up, to wrap the series, and that would have been sick. But 2 is cool too. It's weird they didn't do 3, but 3's look, it just doesn't hit as hard.
Agreed.
As the others, so I get it.
One, and they like return to the fluffy hair art style. But no, it's I think it's 2 anyway. There's lightning, and his bangs were different, and so on. And he's like, well, Boo, you started off so innocent. I could feel that there was good in you, and you were somewhat innocent and pure. And I hope we get to fight again in another life. I think I would like that a lot. Oh, do you think that's gonna happen?
A little foreshadowing.
Do you think he gets reincarnated?
No.
All right.
But I think it'd be cool. Only no because I know that Frieza's coming back somehow. I hope that Super is not just bringing back all the villains of Z and like re-arcing them. I mean, I'm sure there's cool ways to do it, but no, I do not think that Boo will come back. I don't think Kid Boo's going to come back. I do think maybe like Fat Boo could come back.
Do you think that? Yeah, okay. Do you think he could just be born as like a different person?
Theoretically.
And then they're like, oh, this kid was Boo in his past life.
I would love like a movie that's just about Boo. We still don't know what it is, what he is.
Primordial.
He's a thing. He's gooey. He's gumpy.
He's a force.
He's a force.
It surrounds us.
Have you felt it?
Thumbs up. Well, Goku does his salute. The spirit bomb undeniably is similar to when Cell died. We saw every last bit vaporized. There's nothing left. They can't do like yes, he's finally, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. That was a good Vegeta.
Thank you. So it's over. And we have 5 episodes left. Wesley already said what he thinks are going to be. Vegeta and Goku not reconcile. Thumbs up each other as friends who have survived this together and who have learned and changed.
The episode ends funny. The narrator is like, Boo has been defeated and our heroes saved the day. And then boom, credits immediately.
Yeah, they used every last second they had on, which was weird when they did like the little flashback with Goku and Boo whenever he's talking about like how he used to be, or he started off like, and then the good versus evil. And I was like,
it's
like, you guys are running out of time, boy.
I was a little frustrated only because like I just want to know. Then I want to know what happens next. I want to see Goku and Vegeta just bro it out. Like they got to be hype as hell. Like hit that infinite dab. You just won the victory royale.
Boom, 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 boom. Infinite dab, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Iconic emote.
Me and Wesley, infinite dab more than any other Fortnite player. And that's actually true.
I don't see anyone else infinite dab.
That is actually true. Did you know, by the way, your Galaxy skin, I've read, is like legitimately very rare.
That's what you get for buying a Samsung Note 4 or whatever.
Otherwise, I guess some people went into the phone stores and was able to do it.
Yeah. It was a code, so like you could get it from people. I remember whenever I posted once about my phone on Twitter or something, and I got like 10 DMs from people being like, can I have the code for the skin?
Damn.
I said, no, I'm cold as hell. I'm not playing Fortnite right now, but I'm taking the skin.
And I'm glad you did.
Yeah, because now I have it. 7 out of 7.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Never mind. I'll save that for next week. I was going to ask... I was going to jump into thoughts about arcs overall, but that is going to be a better episode.
We'll save it. I was just about to ask you who you think, what villain's death or defeat did you think was best? I will say this is the first villain that Goku has killed in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
because Frieza,
he had his hand on...
You thought he killed, but Trunks ends up killing him. Cell, Gohan kills him. Vegeta doesn't get killed.
He had his hand on his shoulder. Gohan only killed him with...
He was there in spirit.
Okay, you can wash your hands of that one.
And Goku, even he was like,
I know
you deserve to feel what it's like to have your life stolen from you, like you did to so
Yeah.
many others. And he
that
kills
speech was hard as hell. It was, Goku did what Batman can't, and it was sick.
him. Yep.
My favorite death.
Well, no, save it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say who's like final moments. Like actual death scene was the best, like coolest. Boo is interesting to me. Kid Boo is interesting to me because they really didn't touch him that whole time. That Kid Boo was the thing. They didn't do anything to him.
he was still like, basically at max power. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't stressing. I mean, obviously keeping the spirit ball back took a lot of strength, but like it didn't destroy him or
No.
anything. He was just like, okay, I'll just push this back.
So as far as we know, he was pretty much undefeatable because the spirit bomb works on I don't remember if they say this in the show, but spirit bomb only harms things that are not pure good. Like Goku
really?
would not get harmed by a spirit bomb.
Okay, but Vegeta would because he's
Vegeta would because he's a little more complex, right? But anyway, so, like it doesn't affect those pure of heart. Also, a fun trivia for you that I think was also confirmed later. The reason this isn't the reason, but he can't do a spirit bomb in any form other than his base form, because whenever he's Super Saiyan, it like, what is the way to say it? It makes him like a little bit less pure because like his Saiyan tendencies are like coming out a little more.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little more.
Like a little more
Instinctual.
corrupt, or like primal,
Yeah.
as Liver King would say. So every time he does a spirit bomb, he's in his base form.
I like it. Are you tapping?
Yeah, I'm moving, I'm tapping, I'm scratching. I'm kind of all over the place. I've had
Sorry
so much caffeine
if you hear
today.
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did you hear it?
it's coming through somehow. I was trying to figure it out, but yeah, it's gone now.
Okay, I think I was tapping the wire. That's why.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Anyway, that's it. That's the arc.
We did it. The Boo saga is done. We have 5 episodes left of the show, and then I can mostly just enjoy the internet without worrying about being spoiled.
Yeah, not really. You'll pretty much see anything from Super still.
I know, but I feel like Super's not as spoilery as Z. Not
That's
as
true.
easy to spoil as Z. I know things about Super enough already where I'm like, I can see things and still not
be like
new.
spoiled.
Like
yeah.
I've seen different color hair, and I know the cat guy. So like, if I see an image of them, it's not like, what the heck? It's
Spoilers. Yeah, no. I think the only spoilers really are like watching scenes, which
Yeah.
there isn't really a way for you to do that. But anyway, I'm excited to get there. Next episode will be the last episode of Dragon Ball Speak as we know it. It'll be the last tradition. Gosh, I am burping, dude. It will be the last traditional episode of ours for now, because it'll be the final review of the last 5 episodes. After that, we will do a stuff we discussed.
some
And
fun
then
episodes.
Right after that, we're going right into watching Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Following week, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. Following week,
Broly.
we are starting the series of Dragon Ball
With Broly.
Super.
I think we should watch Broly.
I think we should watch Superhero.
Yes.
You want to watch Bio Broly?
Oh, we actually do.
We got to watch Fusion Reborn. We got to watch Bio Broly.
We do. We're gonna get old Ryan back in here, and we're gonna make it happen.
We will.
But that's not happening yet. Until next time, Dragon Ball Speak
Dragon Ball Speak. We'll see you next time.
on Dragon Ball Speak.